Alright, peace family. I don't know what happened. My video got cut off, man. They trying to jack my frequency, man. They trying to hijack your boy, man. Alright, man, let's get back into the Smiles. I didn't even want to do a part two, but here we go, part two. Smiles, take it away.
I don't know. Use your discernment, but I'm sorry, I'm all for it. But anyway, mentions FEMA camps for Americas. In the suicide note, the officer revealed what he claimed are terrifying plans the feds have been finalizing. If the American people knew what this government is planning, sorry, try to read along, they would rise up and overthrow it. If I or anyone else in the federal government revealed what is coming, we would be killed anyway. So now I reveal what I know. Oh, sorry. We and federal law enforcement have been drilling for several years to control riots and uprisings from a coming financial collapse and widespread bank failures. The drills involve life-sized images of American men, even women and children, whom we are told to shoot for practice and to get used to it. We have been told that the economy is terminally ill and will fail in 2016, this year. We are also told the banks are all insolvent, and the FDIC doesn't have nearly enough funds to bail out depositors, which we already knew we were in debt, far into debt we couldn't even pay. We are told these events are unavoidable, and it is imperative that the government survive when people rise over this. Next paragraph. When the collapse takes place, detention camps created under the FEMA Rex 84. Now, Chris and I, we learned about this a long time ago. And then, Lex brought it up, and a lot of us pretty much know about the whole FEMA camps they've implemented. And we knew that these would be used. Like, why else would there be FEMA camps? But this suicide officer, like I said, his note is just bringing confirmation. So, detention camps created under the FEMA Rex 84 program in the 1980s to house illegal aliens whom we were going to deport will instead be used to imprison American citizens whom the government feels constitute a threat. American citizens will be rounded.
Do you understand? Alright, so you can look at Rex 84 if we have time. I'll go into our show archives. We'll pull up that King Alfred's plan. And you'll hear some of the drop that we did a while back on the King Alfred's plan on 432 The Drop Radio. Yeah, so Rex 84 is King Alfred's plan, is X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? The Rex 84 was just Reagan basically just renewing it, you know what I mean? But it started with the King Alfred's plan or whatever started before that, and that is your extermination. That's you. This is the plan to exterminate you. Rex 84, King Alfred's plan, is a plan to first exterminate the Negro people, the melanated people. When shit hits the fan, they break it all the way down into how long it would take. They even say that for a time they're going to lose. They say our cities will be overturned. We won't be able to contain them. And for a while they're going to take over shit. But then we'll send in reinforcements and then we'll know what to do. That's in Rex 84, King Alfred's plan. So Smiles got the drop. Check it out.
Up without warrants and imprisoned without trial for God knows how long. So we would be considered threats. Why? Because we don't comply. Like we don't buy this.
Right.
And anyone else, there's plenty of people who think like this, and there's plenty of FEMA camps. So I can only imagine. These camps have been equipped, and then if you don't get recruited in FEMA camps, what do you have to do not to?
What do you have to do not to? Well, let's see. What don't you have to do? What don't you have to do? You got to take so many serums, so many vaccines, so much shit. Got to get pumped into you. You got to get imprinted with shit. You got to, man, what don't you have to do? You got to do so much shit in order to conform with the system. You got to go through so many rings just to be saved. So choose your salvation. Choose your frequency. They're going to offer you salvation. They're going to come up with their troops and they're going to say, let us save you. Come with us. But they're going to take you to incinerators. Hitler style. They're going to say, get down and lay down. You don't want to rock with that. You want to be in your habitat. You don't want to rock with that. You want to be in your habitat. Huh. That's some Curtis Blow. Cool hurt, man. Don't get me flowing. Kings, man. Kings, kings. This is legendary, man. This is what it's all about. If the elite and the most powerful will make this plan about you, then I ask you, Negro, who are you? Would you be important? Would you be of of high praise, of a high consideration, to be considered, to do so much harm to destroy with so much precision? Who are you, Negro? How pristine must you be? Oh, yeah. You can get that book, American Holocaust, by Dan Stattard. Breaking down the Spaniards' conquistador logs, documents themselves. Cortez himself saying, man, when they arrived here in the Americas and Mexico and Tenochtitlan and saw these dark, melanated, copper-colored people, he said, man, they streets were so clean. They had never seen streets so clean. It was so pristine. I said, who are you, Negro? How pristine are you? They said these streets are so pristine that it must take 1,000 workers a day to sweep their streets to make them this clean. This is what Cortez and the Spaniards said about you, Negro, copper-colored races of the Americas. He said, all these people dressed in white. These people were just so clean. They went to our marketplaces. They had never seen nothing like it. They said there was such order. Everything was such perfect order. It was all about order. And what is it now? What is it now, people? Is it order or chaos? Look around. So they came here and they found order and they turned it into chaos, and I'm telling you to get back in order. Hey.
These camps have been equipped to carry out Hitler-scale killings and actual purge of American citizens by the very government which they themselves created and paid for. I cannot be party to this. The purge. The purge has to do with the government as well, killing off people. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Nope.
But anyway, let's keep on doing it. The note goes on to talk about state-level National Guard being disarmed by the feds, and over 1 billion rounds of ammunition purchased by the feds, and the military over-deployed and being shrunk. I'm going to be right back. I might have ran out of time. Alrighty, I'm back. So, and continuing where I am, the government knows the military will rise up to stop this, so our military is being deployed overseas. Let me just make sure my mic's right. Deployed overseas intentionally, involved in foreign fights, and deliberately shrunk in size, so they cannot be here or help Americans.
Why so many wars? Why do we have to be everywhere in the world? How much army do we have? We're in Afghanistan. We're in Iraq. We're in Iran. We're in freaking Jordan and this and that. We're in a new place every day. We got people everywhere, right? How many people do we got? Think about this, man. All the chicken joints in the nation, how many chickens do they got, man? How many chicken farms is there, man? There's chicken everywhere, man. All right, are you eating chicken? Or are you chicken dinner? All right, let's get to it, man. I'm just saying. They found order. Now it's chaos.
So the government knows that, I realize that a lot of people who join the military, they don't really know what it's about. They don't seem to really understand what the military is about. So a lot of them truly want to help the country. So it's understandable why a lot of...
And this is real talk. This is real spill. I'm glad you said that, because I got homies. I was just talking to the homie the other day that works in one of these sports shops. And he's saying he's about to go to the army and something like that. And then my wife got, some of her family is talking. Listen, man. These people, people just say, hey, that's an opportunity for me. You know what I'm saying? How can I have some type of nobility, some type of rank, and pay for X, Y, and Z, and do this and do that? So this is a real thing. And we got a lot of our good people. So what are they doing with our good people? They're sending them away in frivolous battles so that when it goes down, they can't help the people because they've been sworn to help the government. sworn to help the people, the Constitution. But when the government is training these people to go against the people who are trying to uphold the Constitution or whatever that is, and even that is set up on the back of our law, our order. So they want to go back to their founding fathers and their Constitution. We want to go back to Jerusalem. We want to go back to the real order. So let's get to the Smilez, man, before my battery runs out.
Then would be willing to help fight this atrocity. So they've already prepared for that. They are deploying them overseas. They're intentionally involving them in foreign fights, and they're being shrunken in size, so they can't be here to help the Americans, basically. This is why certain ammunition and weaponry has been removed from state-level National Guard armories, and over 1 billion rounds of hollow point ammunition has been bought by the federal government. The state, and I remember Barack Obama or something like that. I don't know if it was him exactly, but it talked about buying billions in ammunition or something like that, and I was like, what the heck? And then, yeah, 1 billion rounds, and that
ammunition, guillotines, you can look all this up. Guillotines are being ordered and stockpiled in these prisons that are just not even on the map. They're not on the prison map. You can't research these places, but there are prisons, and these places are fully loaded. They got staff, they got everything, they got guillotines coming, but nobody's there yet. King Alfred's plan, Rex 84.
Kind of died out later, but everyone thought it was odd. And over 1 billion rounds of hollow point ammunition I'm just going to move my mouse again, has been bought by the federal government. The states themselves have been disarmed of military-grade firepower, so they cannot defend themselves from the federal activities. This is also why local police departments have been militarized and provided with armored vehicles and weapons of war, the note says. When the inevitable collapse begins to take place, electric power to the entire country will be shut off, as will all forms of communication. All banks will be immediately closed. No one will be able to get any money because all ATMs will be offline. Credit, debit, and EBT cards will not function. Anyone without cash will have no way to get any. The emergency alert system will be used to take over all broadcast stations and tell the public this is a result of a cyber attack. Sounds like the Purge movie a lot, to be quite honest. Like that little emergency note, they said they couldn't do any of that stuff. They just reveal it so much, and I wonder what that new election day Purge is going to be about. It's probably going to reveal everything. They're just throwing it all out there. But anyway, the next paragraph. But while the American people patiently await things to get back to normal, the government will unleash roundups of citizens they deem militant or dangerous. With all civilian communications out and all TV and radio stations taken over by the emergency alert system, by the time word spreads of what has taken place, the government will already have the upper hand, he's saying. Federal prisons to be gassed to death. And I don't know where I heard this from. I don't know if one of you guys dropped it or something like that, but I heard this before. But anyway, the note goes into a wide array of very specific plans. It does so in extremely specific detail about what the feds are allegedly planning. For instance, it talks about federal prisons. Every federal prison has been outfitted with lethal gas systems. When things go bad, I heard Dick Gregory specifically talking about that. I don't remember what interview, but Dick Gregory, you guys really should check him out. He's great. But anyway, when things go bad, all prisoners in all prisons will be placed in their cells on lockdown. Prison staff will depart the facility, and a certain designated person will trigger a lethal gas system. All federal prisoners, regardless of their crime or their sentence, will be gassed to death in their cells. Once the gas clears, the dead will be removed, and the prisons will then be used to house citizens who fight against the federal onslaught.
I gotta get that back. Gotta get that back.
No way to get any. The emergency alert system will be used to take over all broadcast stations and tell the public this is a result of a cyber attack. Sounds like the Purge movie a lot, to be quite honest. Like that little emergency note, they said they couldn't do any of that stuff. They just reveal it so much, and I wonder what that new election day Purge is going to be about. It's probably going to reveal everything. They're just throwing it all out there. But anyway, the next paragraph. But while the American people patiently await things to get back to normal, the government will unleash roundups of citizens they deem militant or dangerous. With all civilian communications out and all TV and radio stations taken over by the emergency alert system, by the time word spreads of what has taken place, the government will already have the upper hand, he's saying.
Let's just breathe for a moment. You just got a lot of information. What you gonna do with it? I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? I can give it to you, but what you gonna do? Real spill. Keeping it trill. Too real. Dollar dollar. Alright, look. This is legit, people. Wake up. Suit up. Choose up. You just got a lot of information, so just breathe. You're going to get more. This is not a game. I know. It's glitzy and glamoury, and it looks good, and pyramids look nice too. It's all cool until you're just like, why does the curator need help with his acoustics? I don't get it. Oh, but these things. Oh, but this Vegas and glitz and glamour. Look at these buildings, man. Look at your buildings. Look at your civilization. Nobody civilized you. You got uncivilized. No one put you on. You got put off. And here's the end game, man. And this is a suicide note, by the way. In case you forgot, this particular, you know what I'm saying, agent or, whatever, officer, person, literally blew his brains out after he wrote everything she's dropping on your left shoulder bone. Take it. Because it's for real. The end game is you. Now, meditate on the wilderness while you hear what's going to be happening in the man-made cities. And tell me if you hear wilderness anywhere in their plan. Do they have an end game for the wilderness? Or is that hands-off territory? Look, we could talk about it all day long, and it's still going to be hands-off territory because it's been hands-off territory. Do you think chaos rules order, or does order rule chaos? So in order, that is hands-off territory, period, point blank. Go back to your fortified cities. Get out of the man-made cities. Go back to your fortified cities and get out of the man-made cities. Real spill. That is the simplest plan, period, and you can camp for free. And when you hear what they're about to do to the food and the water, imagine yourself in the wilderness. And tell me if there's any other way. And anybody that ain't talking that ain't saying shit. What the fuck is one to do lectures about all kinds of things? All kinds of things. And they're not telling you to prepare for the wilderness while shit's about to hit the fucking fan. That is hypocrisy. This is bullshit. You should have people getting the spot ready. You should have people in the wilderness planning stuff now, getting stuff popping, getting it ready, setting up shop for you and your people. You don't like such and such, go to your own section of the wilderness. Just get out the damn cities. And then we are going to deal with our creator face to face. Deal with it or get left on. So don't think you're going to bring static into the wilderness. It just won't work out for you.
Federal prisons to be gassed to death. And I don't know where I heard this from. I don't know if one of you guys dropped it or something like that, but I heard this before. But anyway, the note goes into a wide array of very specific plans. It does so in extremely specific detail about what the feds are allegedly planning. For instance, it talks about federal prisons. Every federal prison has been outfitted with lethal gas systems. When things go bad, oh, I heard Dick Gregory specifically talking about that. I don't remember what interview, but Dick Gregory, you guys really should check him out. He's great.
He got the drop.
But anyway, when things go bad, all prisoners in all prisons will be placed in their cells on lockdown. Prison staff will depart the facility, and a certain designated person will trigger a lethal gas system. All federal prisoners, regardless of their crime or their sentence, will be gassed to death in their cells. Once the gas clears, the dead will be removed, and the prisons will then be used to house citizens who fight against the federal onslaught.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my goodness.
My God. Look, me and Smilez is on the same frequency because we're literally like, oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious at the same damn time. Because how else can you respond to this shit? Do you understand our energy, man? When she says, oh, my goodness, she has a vibration in her that's connecting above the firmament, which is making her all powerful. And she's like, man, I feel like fucking torching something right quick. But I'm going to chill out until I see the Creator getting down with it first. Then I know it's rock or bye, baby. She has a warrior energy that all she can say in this moment is, oh my goodness. Woo! If this is for real, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Anybody that's not talking this ain't saying shit to you. People want to talk about, look. And the funny thing is that you would think that talking about the flat earth or something is somehow like a detached process from this. This is the same process as what they did to you in making you think you're spinning on a ball. It's easier to kill you and to plot against you if you are spinning subconsciously. You will never be still enough to see what the fuck's going on. So somebody got the drop, you won't even understand it if you're subconsciously spinning 1,100 miles per hour. Period. You bought it, hook, line, sinker, sometime in the 4th grade, and somehow you thought you could not get knowledge supreme above what you learned in the 4th grade. I saw the silliest shit when I was on Facebook. Somebody would say, man, you don't know that you're on a ball? You should have learned that. Go back to 4th grade. Well, damn. I thought we was conscious. I was conscious in the 4th grade, or was I unconscious and did they inception me? And once I was inception, they plotted against me. Not just them, they formed a confederacy. Psalms 83. My people, you're going to have to get with it, or you're going to get left on. We've been saying it the whole time. When I say drop or die, I'm saying either you're going to get it or got the drop, or you will die. They will kill you. Do you hear this shit?
I think, where did my grandmother make? My grandmother couldn't even make it to this top right here. The government knows the military.
And what's so, surprising about it? Are we not dropping the Columbus drop? Did they not already slaughter 300 million of you? But because it's, so foreign to you, oh, okay. All right, a lot of people got killed a long time ago. It's 300 million, man. Someone said, oh, well, those numbers might be a little exaggerated. Man, is that your focus on how exaggerated the numbers are? Or are we talking fact here? If it's anywhere near that amount, is that not worth waking up for? Acknowledging? If it was 1 million, is that not worth... If I said I'm going to slaughter 1 million of your family right now, would it not be the most heartbreaking thing you ever damn experienced? So we're talking the same frequency, right? Let's not get fooled. They will kill you. They plan on it. What are you going to do? You have to be proactive, because if you are reactive, it is all bad. You're not going to have they're telling you right now, they're going to have the drop on you. It's not going to be televised. You get it? The revolution won't be televised. They're not going to say, here they come. No, they're just going to come with boots kicking in your door. Wakey, wakey. eggs and turkey bakey.
But yeah, priests recruit, and this is crazy. Priests are being recruited to quell opposition. The note makes mentions about priests, rabbis, and clerics from various religious denominations having been recruited and trained to quell resistance. So intent is the government to succeed, they have recruited priests, rabbis, and clerics from various religions to quote appropriate scriptures about obeying government. They are being trained to tell people not to fight back and that their best hope is to pray.
What are the Christian preachers saying? Don't fight back. Turn the other cheek. Is that a Mashiach of the Torah or of the New Testament? There are no Mashiachs of the Torah that would ever tell you turn the other cheek. They would say eye for an eye, motherfucker. You take my eye, I'm going to take your eye. That's what you get. That's justice. You better get on this frequency, man, and stop fucking with that hijack. I'm telling y'all the truth, man. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Gotta talk to y'all the way I walk it. Walk the way I talk it. I love y'all, man. It pisses me off, so you're gonna hear me a little upset. I'm not messing around, man. I am not jokey. This is not entertainment. I am not popular. This is a very narrow path you're on. You stumbled on this, this is a narrow path. And again, in a few weeks, we are only going to be at 432thedrop.com. You are not going to see me on any social media. I am making my exit enjoyably because you're going to have this platform to always come back to as a resource. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can while Facebook or YouTube or all this shit is still going. And we did our part, man. Now we could prep for the next step. We don't got years. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, focus. Smilez got the drop.
Executive Order 13603. The suicide note goes to great lengths about Executive Order 13603, signed by President Obama on March 16, 2012. The note details Executive Order 13603 about National Defense Resources Preparedness. The 10-page document is a blueprint for a federal takeover of the economy. Specifically, Obama's plan involves seizing control of, and I think I remember this too, all commodities and products that are capable of being ingested by either human beings or animals, so it sounds like food and water. All forms of energy, all forms of civil transportation, so you can't leave or things like that. All usable water from all sources, okay. Health resources, drugs, biological products, medical devices, materials, facilities, health supplies, services, and equipment. Forced labor or induction, as the executive order delicately refers to military conscription. Moreover, federal officials would issue regulations prioritize and allocate resources. Superstation 95 took a look at this executive order from the government printing office website, and sure enough, everything contained in the officer's suicide note about the executive order is true. I didn't go into this, but I'm sure this is legit. Yep, this is exactly, they literally sent us to the PDF.
Smilez got
Let's
the
just,
drop.
you know, why not take a just stab
Dig on it.
Come on. Load up. I don't know how long this is going to take. Let me just pause it real quick so I can save time. Alrighty, here we are back again, and let me just make sure everything's going. Okay, I believe everything's going. So this is the document. I just had to refresh it. And National Defense Resources Preparedness by the authority vested in me is prejudiced by constitutional laws. Part 1, purpose, section of the delegates. General functions, executive departments. Identify requirements of full spectrum emergency. Access and ongoing capable priorities and allocations. I just want to see. Sorry, I'm just trying to identify it. 1 second.
Smilez, you got so much drop. You don't have to apologize. You do not have to make a disclaimer. We will be here to patiently listen. Those who will patiently listen, and those who will tune it out, let it be. Love to you, man. Man, you and Hallway are like, You and Hallway CH are like the Brandy and Ray J of consciousness, man. No, I'm just playing with you. You guys are a brother sister like power team, and yo, straight up love to. That's a compliment. That's a you know what I'm saying. Brandy and Ray J, and these are people that you know what I'm saying. I'm from LA, man, so like we're all the same age. We all grew up, around the same circles, same things like that. And these people been through a lot, man. The Kirk, Norwoods, man. Peace to this family, man, because they went through a lot, man. So I just pray, man, that what I'm saying, their ruach will be as energized as everybody else's, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to throw stones. It's easy to see these people and be like, okay, man, you ain't no Michael Jackson. You ain't no Omarion. You ain't no Chris Brown. He's Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Ray J guy. Hustle. He came in and he said, man, I'm going to do everything I can to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? But we all know now, understanding what we know now, it ain't all about that. It ain't all about that type of hustle. We need to hustle in order. You know what I mean? So I just send love to that family because, these are people, you know what I'm saying? Like, when in LA, it's crazy because you got like the entertainers, the gangbangers, everybody's all together, man. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. You got entertainers in your circle, you got hustlers, you got gangsters, you got everything in between, Bloods and Crips, boom, boom. And you just gotta mix and match and understand what time it is, but keep it true with yourself. I was blessed because, I'm the only male in my family, damn near, you know what I'm saying, that, other than my big bro, Political Mike, that, was able to, get educated and do stuff. My older people had done so much shit that their only aim in life was to make sure me and my sister, my big bro, stayed out the shit. So I was able to, get those extra classes and be an honor student and, you know what I'm saying, do what I had to do and be at this point now because of these hood ass motherfuckers that kept my lane clear. And anytime they heard that I was messing with any type of clique or crew or hood, these dudes showed up. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I got to the very low, these dudes show up, man. So my family know who they are. But, I'm just saying, we all been through a lot to get to this point. So now we can all be patient. We can all celebrate. Not be bogged down. Let them go crazy. We're waking up. This is an awesome time, man. So love to Smilez, man. And yo, again, Brandy and Ray J. That's a good thing. You guys are a powerhouse, man. Love to them, man. Keep it going. Boom.
Okay, so as I scrolled down, I definitely did find this part to it when it includes civil transportation, movement of persons and properties, energy, means of all forms of energy, farm equipment, fertilizer, any port food resource facilities. So it does have all this stuff in there clarified in the official signed government document. And this is a little website. I can also either you can get it from the website, and I'll link it to the YouTube description just in case. So anyway, let's just get back to here real quick before I lose more time. I'm using the capture that kind of takes up time. To be sure, much of this language has appeared in national security executive orders that previous presidents have issued periodically since the beginning of the Cold War. But more than previous national security executive orders, Obama's 13603 seems to describe a potentially totalitarian regime obsessed with control over everything. Obama's executive order makes no effort to justify the destruction of liberty, no effort to explain how amazing totalitarian control would enable government to deal effectively with cyber sabotage, suicide bombings, chemical warfare, nuclear missiles, or other possible threats. There's nothing in Executive Order 13603 about upholding the Constitution or protecting civil liberties. In what circumstances, one might ask, would a president try to carry out this audacious plan? Executive Order 1306 says with ominous ambiguity during the full spectrum of emergencies. Okay, unfortunately I got cut off again, but let's keep doing it.
Let's go.
Database of preppers. So they do, I remember hearing about them, I think Costco or like certain places were starting to keep track of how many things you were buying and over a period of time. And this guy, once again, confirms, this is like a confirmation letter for me because these are things that I either knew or were aware about, and this is just all in the letter. That's how I know it just wasn't made up, you know? But like I said, I'm not forcing it on anyone. Ultimately, it's up to you what you want to believe. But I don't know. I feel like it's just so evident for me. So the suicide note touches on the subject of preppers. We in federal law enforcement have also been told that the government has a full database of all so-called preppers. Those people will be dealt with first. And I've heard of that too, but he's literally saying it again. Like, they're going to be dealt with. They're being tracked by armed federal agents coming to take their guns, then their food stocks, so food can be redistributed as the government sees fit. So they're going to steal all their supplies that they've been stockpiling, preparing for this day. So they were right, about what's going to happen, but thinking that they could stock up and hide out,
wow,
they can't just do that. They're not going to get away with that. Most of them aren't. They've already prepared for this. They've already been watching. But anyway, if the dead officer's claims about an unavoidable economic and bank collapse are true, would it then follow that the executive order put in place by Obama might be activated? Would all of us find ourselves in forced labor while the government takes our food and redistributes it under the executive order's paragraph about allocating resources? This is terrifying stuff. There is much more to the suicide note, and Superstation 95 is considering how much more to publish. Whoa, there's more?
Bang.
There's more? I wonder if they publish everything. As such, this is a developing story, and readers should check back for further updates, because it has been being updated. Well, last month it was. It is not... Oh, is this it? Oh my, this is the end. They didn't even post the full thing. I took screenshots of everything, just in case, because there's only a couple of websites. This one and a website called Before It's News that has it out right now. And I don't see this being on for long. I don't know. I feel like it's going to say directory failed soon or something. But it is not our intent to cause panic or alarm. And while we expect readers to be intelligent enough to discern this on their own, like I'm telling you, we feel compelled to point out that these could simply be they're going to say these could simply be paranormal ramblings of an insane person who killed himself. On the other hand, these could also be revelations by a person who was so distraught over the ugly truth that he killed himself. I think I'll go with the latter. We at Superstation 95 just don't know. We urge everyone to stay calm, think rationally, and decide whether or not to take an action to prepare in case this person's suicide note is telling the truth. Also, a little bit of good information. The website Snopes.com has issued a declaration that our story is some sort of hoax, that we are somehow not a radio station, and attributed the story and this website to a former FBI National Security intelligence asset named Hal Turner, whom she smears as a white supremacist. So they're basically trying to discredit the information and this website. This is not the first time Snopes.com has made accusations against us, simply because we have been the exclusive source of politically incorrect news, and while we stand by our stories in every...
It's funny because you got a lot of people trying to discredit Snopes. So Snopes is trying to discredit this source, while many people are trying to discredit... They don't take Snopes as any type of credible source. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some illusion of a bully playing bully, but they ain't shit but an illusion. All these motherfuckers is just gravity. They just a theory. You walking around all day looking around at all these theories. All this illusion around you. All this theory. What's real? What's realer than what you feel? What's realer than what you feel right now? You worked your whole day off. You got a little time in your day. You tuned into the drop. I appreciate it. You appreciate it. We appreciate it. What's realer than that? What's realer than actually planning our kingdom? And saying, yo, if everyone brings their resources, everyone brings their talents, the dentists, the doctors, the teachers, the artists, the playwrights. If the playwrights put on a play and you go see the play and there's no admission, that means it's a free play. Why would the playwright put on a free play? Because that's what he does. He puts on plays and he's supported. Why? Because someone built his house. Why would someone build his house? Because the builder of the house eats for free. Why would they eat for free? Because the chef cooks for free. Why would the chef cook for free? Because she has no expenses, because everyone in the community supports the chef for free. And that is freedom. That's a kingdom of freedom that is yours. Take it. Haya offers you nothing less but freedom. But when I looked up and I say, King of Kings, can you free me? He said, Son of David, free yourself.
Regard, this barrage of attacks by Snopes.com is becoming libellous. I wonder what that means. Let me just search that up real quick. Sorry, if I don't know what something means, I have an urge to really search it up, because I could be missing out on something. Libellus. I think this is the first time I've ever heard of that word. Constituting a libel. Okay. Defamation by written or printed words, pictures, or okay, defamation of characters and things of that nature. So they're becoming libelous. I think this site truly wasn't like one of those conspiracy sites. It's just a regular station or news or whatever it is, like a lower known one, and now that they're posting this, all of a sudden they're getting the bad reaction and bad things coming to them. We address the Snopes accusation. No aspect of our story above is a hoax. What Snopes.com seems to take issue with is the existence and content of a suicide note, which was revealed to us by the NYPD. The person from NYPD who gave us this information did so after trying to get two other New York media outlets, one TV, the other a newspaper, to publish the story, and was rebuked within minutes by media contacts who said, I quote, "We won't touch this with a 10-foot pole."
Bang.
The fact that the NYPD now claims, ooh, God, this is gross, now claims no note was found does not surprise us at all. NYPD has very close ties with the feds, and the feds have an intense interest in concealing or discrediting the information it contained. So the person, whoever it was that tried to get this information out there, contacted other media sources, didn't work, so they came to this source.
Bang.
Crazy. According to the FECC, New York frequent license story was written by news staff. So yeah, this is just more on updates on what they've been going through and things of that nature. I've screenshotted the whole thing just in case anything happens. But if you want to take a look at the rest of yourself, or even reread it, share this video, or read it personally to yourself. I mean, sorry, not to yourself. What are you going to do? Read it to other people who you think might want to know this. Like, I read it to my grandmother. I plan on reading it to my mom. I plan on reading it to a couple of friends. Then feel free. I will put the link in the description, as well as this little PDF thing, just for literal government document proof.
Bang!
And, yeah, I had to get this information out there. And, sorry for the long watch, but I just wanted to read most of it. And I keep checking back into the website, too. The link, the website, because they might put more of the story, because there's actually more, believe it or not. I hope you enjoyed, and there is more coming soon. Sorry for not posting much. I kind of been bombarded with work, but I still could have used time wisely. But yeah, definitely soon. Working on stuff. But
I accept your apology. I would like a drop a day, but I do accept your apology, and I do understand that shit is real. It's hard to get time, and I appreciate when you do get time. And when you drop that drop, and I think Drop Nation appreciates it too. 4, 3, 2 to drop. Lego.
Love you guys. May the Most High be with you. And thank you for everything. Shalom.
Shalom. Akati. That's my sister. That's my sister. You can't say nothing to me. Say something bad about my people, you're going to get waxed. You're going to get the, you're going to get the bullseye. You're going to get the cahoon. You're going to get the noogie. All right, check it. Hey, man, I just found a way to watch Star Wars. You know, the last Star Wars with the black dude. Man, y'all got to see that again now that you got this drop. Go see Star Wars, or, find a site to see it on. You know what I'm saying? Check out this drop from, man, shout out to the Divine Prospect, man. You know, one of the, you know what I'm saying, first cast of grace, you know what I'm saying, our platform when we had it going on Live 365. Again, we coming back on Blog Talk in a minute. And yeah, man, shout out to Divine. He's doing a lot of things. Love to you, King. Yeah, he dropped that drop on the martial law drop. It's a quick little drop, but we'll check it out right quick. Look at these tanks coming to a city near you.
And we're looking at this train.
Coming
and
to your
train
city.
Has all of these tanks. A whole bunch of tanks.
Coming to your city. In America. America. In your city. Why is this coming to your city? Why is this in America? This is not going out. This is coming in. This is not going out to fight a external war. This is going in for infrastructure for an internal war. No, this is about domestic terrorists now, right? Who can be against us? Anybody against, against, you know what I'm saying, these policies? Oh, please. These people that happen to be the people that were here a long time before Columbus, they might have a problem with being slaughtered. Okay. So in case these people that were already here, these copper-colored people, in case they have a issue with the fact that we slaughtered damn near all their family and took all their gold and things and put them in ghettos and man-made cities and told them they came from Africa and told them they're spinning on a ball of water. All right, now. Real talk. Okay, in case these people, you know, get out of control, we're just going to fumigate them and bring in tanks. These tanks are for your neighborhood, player. This is to control the block, man. This is to control your block. This is for you.
Could be going to an army base, or they could be prepping for martial law. Who knows? Norfolk Southern.
Okay. All right. Y'all thought I was playing. Shit is for real. Y'all thought I was playing. This is for you. Y'all, this is for you. This is for you. When they bring them in, do you think they plan on bringing them out? They've been planning on bringing this war to you for a minute. This is for keeps. They playing for keeps. Now, are they going to be rolling through the wilderness? Are they going to be rolling all the way through the wilderness? Or is that hands off? Is that against order to do that? You know what I'm saying? Why has it been put in a trust? Why has 770 million acres of your land been put in a trust? Why are they national preserves? Ask yourself. Question, research. This is the Abu 7. He always got the drop. What's poppin'?
Since the Cold War. This involves the United States, European allies, all these different NATO countries together. And involved in this is some 2,000 NATO paratroopers, which will be filling the skies over Poland, because Poland is going to be the base for this Anakonda 2016 exercise that will run roughly 10 days. Kicked off yesterday. They have some 30,000 troops from 24 different countries, including non-NATO states like Finland and Kosovo, participating in events across Poland. Now, this is designed to emulate a joint defensive operation on a large scale.
Large scale.
Now,
global.
Components of this have live fire training. They're saying that they're going to be putting up bridges to get across rivers. And one of the key things to pay attention to here is they're saying that they're going to be operating in an electronic warfare environment.
What?
And unspecified cyber operations. It's going to be
an electronic warfare environment? Didn't I tell y'all that it was about energy? An electronic warfare environment? Didn't I tell y'all it was about energy? What is electronic but electrons? What are electrons but energy, vibration, sound, frequency? Didn't Tesla say if you need to truly understand something, you got to break it down into energy, frequency, and vibration? Was he not giving you free energy that would destroy the corporation? So then instead of Tesla, they gave you Einstein. Tesla said, yo, this ball of water thing is crazy. Einstein said, I can't even prove the motion of the earth. And I can't prove gravity. Then they teach it to your 5-year-old like it's a fact. Einstein said, I can't prove any motion on the earth whatsoever. They teach it to your 5-year-old in grade school and put up a globe like it's a fact. My issue is that if it's a theory, teach it like a theory. But if you teach it to our kids and grade them on this shit and make tests out of this biased test SAT system, PSAT system, and you teach it to us as fact, then that is indoctrination to a nation. And this is happening on a global scale.
A key element to this. It also states that Anakonda is going to pull in resources from 2 other training exercises occurring simultaneously in the region. Those are called Saber Strike 16 and Swift Response 16. I've spoke about those before as well. So you have at least 3 massive military exercises going down, and the one here, Anakonda, they're dubbing the largest since the Cold War. Well, you factor in the other 2 that are going down on both sides of it simultaneously, and this is a lot larger than just 30,000 troops. So it is a massive operation. This is what had Russia throwing out statements, this and that, and they even said, we're not going to invade Poland. They're trying to play it off like they're not too worried. Any country that sees this amount of activity on its doorstep, trust me, they're worried. They're keeping an eye on it.
This is the puppet show.
No one wants to see their country start getting hit with nukes.
The theater.
And having to fire back and the defense shields going up and this and that. Will it come to that, or would this just be frontline confrontation? You're talking U.S. troops against Russian troops directly. That's what it would end up coming down to. They're mixed in there with the NATO bunch, and it would be guys from different countries all together, but don't get it twisted. Americans would be on the front lines fighting and firing against Russians. And the Russians have the backing of the Chinese, the Iranians. And it always seems like when these things get into motion like this, that it just like last year, they had a huge convoy. They said it was the largest ever. There was actually a name for it. It went through multiple countries, right up onto the doorstep of Russia, and then Russia started popping off threats, this and that. Nothing ever happened. Then Syria fired back up. And it's like, once they've got people paying attention to one area, Ukraine will fire up. You see? And you have to know that Russia and China are watching everything in real time off their satellites and every other piece of equipment that they have out there. But at this point, this is a massive exercise going down, the largest in Europe since the Cold War, and it's running parallel here with multiple other exercises. So they've got troops spread out over a large distance, tens of thousands of them, and this is what's underway right now in Europe. I just wanted to keep track of it, make note of it, make people aware of what's going on. I'll continue to update with more as I come across it. Until next time, it's been Dabu7.
That's how it goes. Breathe. Exhale. Oh, so well. Oh, so well. I'm going to try to do this right quick. I'm going to try to pull up a little bit of a radio show on the King Alfred's plan. You know, you have the drop now, so you can pause this, rewind all this stuff, man, get it back. again, we understand the puppet show. We know that the end game is Israel. You know what I'm saying? These people think that they are involved in prophecy. They know that, there's a creator. Order over chaos. It starts with order, not chaos. It takes more belief to believe that it starts with chaos and that chaos can create order, because then you need a reputable and observable science, and unless you have an observable and reputable science of chaos creating order, then shit is shit out of luck. You got no luck, man. You got no gravity. You can't prove it. You got no ball of water crushing water into a ball, spinning at 1100 miles per hour, going at 67,000 miles per hour in the Milky Way galaxy, going 2.5 million. All that damn motion needs gravity to stick us there, right? But you don't need gravity if you're not spinning. Suddenly, density does. Physics says density. Something is, is more dense than the atmosphere. It's denser, so it falls. You don't need gravity. It's just denser. You drop something in water, it goes down because it's denser. You only need gravity if you're spinning on a ball. They say, oh, well, why am I stuck here? Why does water stick at 1,000 miles per hour? Oh, because of a force that I need you to believe in, this force. But if the force isn't true, then the Copernican model falls and Babylon is falling. Let's go to 432 drop. See what's at the drop. Hopefully y'all able to check out the drop a little bit. I'm going to try to do this backwards, man. So if I screw up, I'm sorry. But I want to take you through it. So I'm going to try to do it upside down. Alright. You know what I mean? So boom, we have 432. Welcome, welcome. It's your first time, go get you a cappuccino. And let's get real. Here we go. We got some. Who's this? I'm reading backwards. Oh, Dr. Mount got the drop on new gold mines popping up in Egypt. I should have dropped that today. If I would have thought about it, this would have been my drop today. So this is going to be my next drop most likely. Y'all check that out. Whoa, who's that? Is that Smilez? Smilez got the drop. You know what I'm saying? Just check this joint out. Subscribe to Smilez. It's all good. That's that drop right there. You know what I'm saying? History of the Mouse. This came from Hallway CH, man. So shout out to that king. Alright. Drop track. Man, this king, Raw Sean. Very, very creative, true lyricist. I appreciate it. You should too. This joint is called We Chill. I mean, damn, should I just get you right quick with it? Do a quick feature on my dude. Upside down. Yo, shout out to Rashawn. This king got the drive, man. Let's vibe to it. Fuck it.
All white vans when I step out, so please don't step on my toes. I would knock your ass out if I didn't have smoke. You should pray to six God that this little hope. I'ma take a little break, jot down a couple notes, spit the whole 16. Watch every lyric flow, shit make me feel good. I ain't never tried coke, but ask Kid Bro, he'll verify it's dope. That's 100, that's for sure, and this ain't for the truth that I put up in my words. In the car, got no roof, but I still make sure that I'm shitting on the birds. And I pull up real cool, one wheel on the curb. Yeah, my life is a turn up, and cops wanna turn down. Pull me over for a blunt, yeah, I'm smelling like a whole pound. Be risky if you want when you riding through my hometown. I'ma do what I feel, I'm just vibing to my own sound. Put a pause on it, if you talking about the drama, if you start some shit. I'ma finish with my partners with a brand new chick. So I brought a couple condoms, I'ma give her that dick. It'll solve all the problems, yeah. You got him, I got him, ayy. I ain't really tryna worry about no. Focus on the money instead of, yeah, raw. Do they think about me? Cause I be in my room thinking about the dopest shit to share with you. Up for 3 days, fully focused with an aerial view. These are things they don't pay me to do. I do my thing, you can stay with the cruise. I'm in my zone, I ain't able to lose. Top pick, so easy to choose. The top pick like I'm making the news. What you expect me to do? I'm doing better than you. Hey, I'm only good at being authentic. Only do it if I'm all in it. Only start it if I'm gon' finish. Only say it if I really meant it. My team really winning. I seen niggas mimic. I said don't cop me and I don't think they really get it. But that's the old days. Remember in my old ways. High school, walk around with CDs in the hallways and they would have my my tape on replay. Put a pause on it. If you talking about that drama, if you saw some shit, I'ma finish with my partners with a brand new chick. So I brought a couple condoms, I'ma give her that dick. It'll solve all the problems, yeah. You got him, I got him, hey. I ain't really trying to worry about no. Focus on the money instead of, yeah, raw.
Oh, Sean got the job. Got the job. Got the job. Got the job. He got the job. He got the job. Red shot. Got the job. We chillin'. We chillin'. We chillin'. We chillin'. We chillin' like a villain. We chillin'. Yeah, man. Kings of that king. You know what I mean? That's Raw Sean. All up on that ear bone. All up on your left ear bone. You know what I'm saying? Let go. If I can get right and get with it. Yeah. I had music. It's upside down. Alright, what else we got? What else we got? Drop album. Alright, man. Ab-Soul got the drop. You know what I'm saying? Real creative team. The TDE family. We did a interview with these guys at one of these beat producer showcase. Shout out to Stacy Lemus. You know what I'm saying? This queen is building a great platform for independent artists. Shout out to Stacy all day. Shout out to all these, you know what I'm saying, kings that are really dope and humble. Gave great interviews on the drop. Shout out to Brandy Brim, who was in the building interviewing these kings and queens, and you know, showcasing their beats, man. But Ab-Soul got the drop, man. You know what I'm saying? King got his joint coming. Gamer drop, you know what I'm saying? I just dropped this for the gamers, you know, deal with it. Tech drop, you know. Hey, this is their little Nephilim stuff. They trying to be super people, but really they're just trying to be us. They're trying to mimic us. This is what we become when we're back in order. And you can go to Smilez and, you know, Why They Fear the Tribes, and you'll see what she's talking about. Dabu 7 survival drop. He got some edible planet drop. This is actually pretty cool. Let's get some of it. I mean, hey, take it or leave it.
Hey guys, Dabu 7. Quick video here on survival tactics. I've had a lot of people hit me up in regards to a lot of questions on what can you eat out in the wilderness, what can you not eat, things of that nature. And I wanted to go over a few things here in this video to help clarify some things and to give a response back to a lot of you that have been emailing me. That way you guys got somewhat of an idea out the gate here on what you can and cannot consume out here in the wild. Now I'm going to start off with some basic stuff here that you can find just about everywhere, but it's essential that people realize that these things can save your life out here. Something as simple as the clovers on the ground. Lucky you. These clovers are found just about everywhere, and they are actually edible. And you can find them just about anywhere you can find a grassy field. You can spot them by their distinctive foil. You can eat them raw, but they are better boiled. So clovers, something simple you can find everywhere that could help in saving your life. The plant that is edible out here is this pretty little plant called the fireweed that is found primarily in the northern hemisphere. You can identify this by its purple flower and its structure. Now, American Indian tribes included fireweed in their diet. It's best that you eat this stuff when the leaves are tender. You're going to have to boil if they're rough, just like the others, but you can survive off of fireweed as well. This is a good source of vitamin A and C. I've seen these before. These are cattails. Now, this is usually found near the edges of fresh water or wetlands, and these two were a staple in the diet of many Native American tribes. Most of the cattail is edible. You can boil or eat the raw root stock, And it's best that you dig down. It's usually found underground, and make sure to wash all the mud off. The best part of the stem is near the bottom where the plant is mainly white. You can either boil or eat the stem raw. Now, you can boil the leaves like you would spinach. And the corn dog looking female flower spike can be broken off and eaten like corn on the cob. And in the early summer, when the plant is first developing, about right now, it's actually in a mode to where it actually tastes like corn. So, cattails.
Cattails, come on.
Another thing to help you survive.
Let go.
Out in the wild.
Hey, you never know.
And this is a red clover.
Come on. What's that?
Now, the plant's blossoms can be eaten fresh, or you can steep them in hot water for tea. You can toss both the green leaves and the blossoms into your salad as well. And it's just another item here you can find out in the wild. It will help you survive.
Kick that funky
As
music,
most
white
should
boy.
know,
He is kicking that drop.
you have honeysuckle. You can find out in the wild as well. You also have the dandelion, or lion's tooth. Pretty much everyone has seen this common weed in their yard. And it pops up just about everywhere. No amount of mowing or pulling or anything is going to get this thing gone, it seems like. But they are a rich source of vitamins, also minerals, and they have antioxidants within them as well. Now, 1 cup of raw dandelion greens contains 112% of your daily required intake of vitamin A and 535% of vitamin K.
Come on.
So, to let folks know, the dandelions will help you survive as well.
Bang.
You can also put them in your tea.
Whew. In the tea.
And another common plant that can be found is plantain.
I like that.
It is short-stemmed. It likes to hug the ground. And you can find it in a lot of wet areas. And this has been used for food and to cure different ailments, used as a remedy for a long time. Now, for those out there that want to go a different route, what I've done is I've gone through Food for Liberty on all my big buys and anything that I get as far as freeze-dried goods. They have good deals, and I've stuck with them. And this is just one of the bags, but I also have MREs on deck and a lot of other things. But as far as food, people keep asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I've been slowly but surely taking the steps and stocking up to where I have a good enough supply for me and my family. Now, it's all about your plan. How long are you expecting to survive out here? 30 days? 6 months? A year? How many people do you have? You have to do your own math and figure that out for yourselves. But as far as what I'm doing, I wanted to share a lot of this information with you guys. You guys know, had a lot of people emailing me and asking me questions. I hope this helped. And once again, you know, everybody's supply is going to be different. You know, it's up to you. How many people do you have in your family? How long do you expect to survive out here? It's all about your game plan. Can't stress it enough. And as promised, I told you, as I take these steps, I want to share information with you guys. Some of this is critical survival info, especially when it comes to knowing what plants you can and cannot eat. I'll continue to touch on this in other videos as well. And I'll leave a link in the description box to Food for Liberty for those of you that want to go that route with the freeze-dried goods and things of that nature. But once again, it comes down to how many people you've got in your group and how long you plan on surviving without all the restaurants and everything else that's open right now, when you literally got to survive off the land. This has been Dabu7 with some more survival tactics.
Survival drop. Survival drop. How long do you plan on surviving in the wilderness? forever, 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 forever. Those are your animals. That is your land. The Most High said that barren land would come back to life forever. Forever. So whenever you can make your exit out of Babylon, out of the illusion of seclusion, make it. Whatever your plan is, make it. We can only lead you to water at 432 to drop. That's it. Then, perhaps we go the same way. Perhaps we go separate ways. But hopefully we all are exiting when it's time. When it's time for you. It could be now. I mean, there are people right now camping in Zion, having a great time. What stops you from doing the same exact thing as they are doing? Forever. 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 All right, man, let's get to this drop. But yeah, shout out to Dabu. King always, you know what I'm saying, got some things, man. Got some jewels. Some industry drop, man, you know. Just try to throw the bait out there, man. This is, you know, back to what we was talking about, man. With that system coming in, everyone's getting pictures.
My Lord Jesus Christ, you know, 1987 face to face.
Come on, man.
And, but he never, you know, it was one of those powerful encounters where.
Started this already. This guy's dropping his hijack on you already. What's that other thing in the sky right now? Everybody's seeing it. What do you think?
And I'm going to go ahead and get this on. I had something that I was given last night, too, that might help kind of set the stages for this for a little bit. And it was basically for those of us who have known that Planet X, Nibiru, is not just another conspiracy theory. Discovering that Nibiru by itself is not all that amazing. That of us who have been researching this historically significant celestial phenomenon for years quickly see it and its impact upon the earth in the Holy Bible as well.
Whoa.
Once a person breaks free of the mind control elements imposed upon our subconscious by the media and those around us,
Illusion.
and begin to see the evidence of its approach, it's nearly every aspect of our life and the world around us. Great scientists and researchers are hampered by their deep compulsion to see things with their own eyes. People who believe they are a good Bible student have difficult time understanding, seeing the implicit meaning of the scriptures. These same people rarely see the implied meaning of the verses. This dynamic is almost unfortunate because frequently the implied meaning is far more important. The perception dynamic is exceedingly prevalent within the body of researchers that study such things as the weather, seismic activity, volcanology, plate tectonics, the Earth's magnetosphere, animals' behavior, deaths, and solar physics, to name a few. Moreover, no one wants to consider something that might upset their cozy worldview. What if a single catalyst were the root cause of all the unusual earth changes we see around us? What if the Weather Channel did a documentary entitled The Effects of Rogue Planet, connecting many of these events? What if a single catalyst were the root cause of all the curious celestial dynamics we see unfolding? What if the alarming increase in fireballs, comets, X-class solar flares, near-Earth asteroids, and second sun sightings were all caused by a single phenomenon? What if the establishment of Northcom in Colorado Springs was intended to maintain government operations in time of unprecedented calamity? What if the National Security Presidential Directive 51, NSPI 51, for the continuity of government was ratified to institute measures to prepare the U.S. for these and similar calamities? What if Rex 84, Operation Garden Plot, FEMA camps, and FEMA coffins were created, established to prepare the necessary mop-up activities associated with the inevitable collateral damage of such a series of events?
Bang.
What if all these things were linked to a single event? And if this were all so, why would the forces of darkness wish to keep this information from God's people? Would there be a...
So, I'm going to let y'all vibrate to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop the, you know what I'm saying, the King Alfred's Playing Radio show. I'm going to drop that separately because I'm running out of battery, out of space. But we dropped enough, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Smilez. You make everyone smile on the inside. You warm the vibration. You bring them back to life. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing right now. You know, don't freak out. Don't freak out. You know what I'm saying? It's time to come home. It's time to be real. It's time to return and be real. If you're chaos, be chaos. If you order, be order. But order, don't confuse yourself with chaos. And chaos, don't confuse yourself with order. You know what I mean? You're going to think you got order until you're going to see order. And then you're going to know what you are. You're chaos. You're static. You're in the way. But you're going to be given a choice to get down and lay down. And then you could take part in the new kingdom. I mean, you ain't going to have a nice-sized lot like everybody else. I mean, you've been static. But you still might have an opportunity to get down or lay down. I mean, maybe you could be a servant in this kingdom, right? And is that crazy? I mean, doesn't this kingdom have servants? Wasn't it built on the back of servants? What's wrong with servants all of a sudden now when we talk about a new kingdom? Isn't it pretty dope to be, I mean, at least you're serving the kingdom of Israel. I mean, this is the energy, this is the heritage of the Creator, right? I mean, these people aren't going to be whipping you and lynching you. You know what I'm saying? Ripping your babies apart, eating your kids. They're not going to be doing what you did to us. Right? I mean, if you're going to have to be a servant in any kingdom, you might as well be a servant in the Holy of Holies, in the highest vibration. You might as well be a servant in the kingdom of 432, because in the kingdom of 432, everyone serves, right? So be proud to be a servant. Everyone serves in the kingdom of Israel, in the kingdom of that 432, in the kingdom of the higher vibration. Above the vibrational layer, there is no more disconnection. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it now. There is no separation anymore. You can do anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, just do it in order. Order means you do it with the community first. So, you know what I'm saying? I love to write, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole pile of scripts and screenplays and all this stuff I used to write to try to give to popular people, to give to their popular people, to give me a meeting at their popular place, and things are getting optioned. When they got optioned, I'll be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a deal with this company or that company. You know, I got this work option and this work option, and we're doing this, we're doing that. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? All you're doing is creating a bunch of unfinished product, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm having a great time revising all this old work into actual novels and plays. And now I don't think of it as giving it to Hollywood. Now I'm like, all this work, all this great creativity, hey, you know what I'm saying? All there is, all that is established, all that exists. You know what I'm saying? I can now turn that into a production that I can just give to the community. As creative as we can make it. You know what I'm saying? We can celebrate all this stuff in real time, man. So, hey, that is, I am, that I am. I love you. You stay up. You choose up and you suit up. It's Swag Frequency.